Let's change lithium. Let's do silver. All right, sodium chloride plus silver nitrate. All right, so again, sodium, chlorine, silver would be C, nitrate would be D. So let's look at our solubility rules. I've got sodium chloride. So I'm right here again. All chlorides are soluble except silver, lead, and mercury. Well, this chlorine is attached to sodium, so this one, we're good. All right? Then I have,
Why do you choose that?
Have we not already established this?
I know, but I just never asked you.
Then we have silver nitrate. So if we look up here, again under soluble, it says all nitrates are soluble. So, doesn't matter what nitrate's attached to, all of them are soluble. So both pieces are soluble, so now I can proceed. So let's find all of our pieces first. Sodium is Na. What charge is it? Yep. Chloride Cl, what oxidation is it? Chlorine? -1. Alright, silver is Ag, what's its charge? 1. And nitrate is NO3, and what is its charge? Negative. Alright, so let's write out our compound. Sodium chloride would be what?
NaCl.
Good. Plus silver nitrate. NO3. Alright. My first compound I'm going to form is A and D. So A and D is going to be sodium. D is nitrate. So how would I write that? NaNO3 plus Cb. So C is silver, B is chloride. So how would we write it?
AgCl.
Good. Alright, and this one happens to be balanced. Now, you could have a question that wanted to know which product is the precipitate. Alright? So if you had a question that wanted to know which product was the precipitate, where do you think you could look to find out that information?
And
Yeah, we're going to look at our solubility rules, right? Because if we're mixing two things that are soluble and a solid is forming, then obviously we're going to create something that is insoluble. So we just need to figure out which of these two is insoluble. So, sodium nitrate. The rule is all nitrates are soluble. Ain't that one. Silver chloride. The rule is all chlorides are soluble except who? Except silver, lead, or mercury. So this one right here, we can denote as our precipitate by putting a little S out the side. That means that it is the solid that formed in the reaction. Now, type B, same form up here. AB plus CD gives us AD plus CB. Only this is a neutralization reaction. So this one takes place between You do not have to use the solubility rules. So let's say we had sulfuric acid plus boron hydroxide. We know right away that it's got to be double because both things are compounds. One is an acid, bases end in what? What tells me that that's a base? Hydroxide, right? So we know then that we're dealing with an acid and a base. So I don't have to do anything with my solubility rules. So I'm going to label the parts A, B, C, D. And I'm going to break all of this apart into my oxidation number. So, sulfuric acid, what do we know about it? It's sulfate and it's combined with what else? Hydrogen. Hydrogen's my positive, so it goes first. Sulfate is the negative, so it goes second. Alright, tell me about boron. What's its oxidation number? Positive 3. And hydroxide is OH. And it's negative. Alright, so let's write our compound. Sulfuric acid, how would we write it? H2SO4 plus boron hydroxide. How would we write it? B, OH in parentheses, 3. Alright, now I'm ready to form my products. First product is A and D. So here's A. A is hydrogen. D is OH. What product is that? H2O or HOH. I'm going to leave it as HOH because it's easier to balance that way. Alright, my second one is C and B. So C is boron and B is sulfate, SO4. Again, always make sure your positives first, your negatives second. So how would we write this one? No. B2 parentheses SO4 3. You can't exchange the baby. You can't just drop off sulfate's baby, pick up a new one. And don't worry. Alright. Let's tackle these polyatomic ions first. So I got 3 sulfates here. I got 1 sulfate here. So I'm going to multiply it by 3. That gives me how many hydrogens? 6. I got 1 hydrogen here. So what am I going to multiply it by? By who? By 6. Alright, that gives me how many OHs? 6. I got 3 OHs here. So multiply it by 2. That gives me 2 borons. And I got 2 borons over there. If you do this as H2O, you just have to remember to add these 2 H's over here together.
Chris, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you, I love my paper, but do you all know about the signing day?
The who?
The signing day.
Did I have those papers?
Yeah, did you just got one?
Oh, I don't think so. Where'd y'all fill those out at? Homeroom?
No, listen. We stuff, like where you going and you're on the bad like the scholarships. Miss Bird never gave her mine, so I had to redo her baby.
Oh, that's why you got called home?
Yeah.
Alright, last type is the easiest. That's combustion. If you look on your guideline, combustion is a hydrocarbon plus oxygen, and it always gives us carbon dioxide and water. Guess what that means? There's no figuring it out. Once you know it's a combustion reaction, the products are simple. It's CO2 and H2O. We don't have to figure anything out except for balancing it at the end. So let's say we have ethane plus oxygen. Alright, now you guys don't know ethane, so I'm going to give it to you. It is C2H6. Alright, oxygen, is it diatomic?
Yeah.
Yep. It's a hydrocarbon plus oxygen. What are the products?
Wait, what? What'd you say?
So what are the products? CO2 and H2O. There's no figuring to it. Once you know it's a combustion, you just write those two in. It's CO2 and H2O. Alright, and then we're gonna balance them. So I've got 2 carbons here. So I want to put 2 there. That gives me 4 oxygens. I got 6 hydrogens. I got 2 hydrogens here. So that gives me 6. That gives me 3 oxygens for a total of 7. So this is one of those ones where we got to do what? You got to multiply everything by 2. So this one is represented as a 1. So I'm going to make it a 2. That's going to give me 4 carbons and 12 hydrogens. Alright, I'm going to change this one to a 4. That's going to give me 4 carbons and 8 oxygens there. And hydrogen now is going to be a 6. So that's going to give me 12 of those and 6 of those. 8 and 6 is 14. So what will I multiply oxygen by? 7. Questions on predicting products? Alright, then you can pull up the viewing guide that I gave to you yesterday. And I want you to try 1 through 10. So 4 of them you should have already started because I gave you 4 of them to start yesterday. Alright, again, we're only looking at 1 through 10 right now. We'll add the rest in tomorrow. So 1 through 10 actually use the word problems, so they are